Ever wonder why starting a new habit feels like trying to push a massive boulder up a steep hill? This initial resistance isn't actually a lack of motivation. It's a scientific concept called activation energy. Just like in chemistry, where a spark is required to trigger a reaction, your brain requires a massive spike of cognitive energy just to transition from resting to moving. If the task ahead of you feels too big or too complicated, your brain instantly calculates the effort required, panics, and retreats back to the safety of your couch. You aren't actually lazy. You are simply trapped by the high activation energy of starting.
The real trap is relying entirely on raw willpower to save you. Psychologists refer to this phenomenon as ego depletion. Your self-control is not an infinite resource. It behaves exactly like a physical muscle that gets tired and weaker throughout the day. Every single decision you make, from resisting morning distractions to replying to exhausting emails, slowly drains your willpower battery. By the time evening rolls around, your brain's energy reserves are running dangerously low. If you try to force a depleted brain to start a grueling 3-hour study session or a brutal workout, the mental resistance, known as limbic friction, is simply too high. You end up quitting because you tried to lift the heaviest mental weight when your willpower muscle was already completely exhausted.
To defeat this mental block, we have to lower the activation energy of the task to almost zero. This is where the 2-minute rule changes everything. The rule is incredibly simple. When you start a new habit, it must take less than 2 minutes to perform. Stop focusing on the overwhelming final goal. Do not try to write a 10-page report. Just focus on writing one single sentence. Do not try to run 5 miles. Just focus on putting on your running shoes and tying the laces. By shrinking the task to under 120 seconds, you completely bypass your brain's defense mechanisms. You remove the physical and mental friction that keeps you stuck on the couch, tricking your mind into taking action without trigger-happy stress. Here is the golden secret. Once you actually start, the friction completely vanishes. Action naturally produces momentum, and momentum actively reshapes your identity. Suddenly, you are no longer trying to force a habit, you are simply doing it. Stop waiting for the perfect day or a sudden burst of motivation. Pick one small habit right now, set a physical timer for 2 minutes, and just take that first step. Now that you know how to defeat laziness, the real battle is building the systems that keep you disciplined.